Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to some more Library of Ruina. Let's see, so we tried to fight the Queen of Hatred and failed miserably. We tried doing the continuation of Lovetown and it didn't go great. So, you know
yeah,
what?
it was a bloody mess.
Why don't we go here? Let's do this one, Book of Sayo, Kurokumo Clan. We'll just see what happens.
Oh, it's these folks.
Oh boy.
Whoa, what? Sweeper. So this is an Anton.
Okay. 578, 2,179, 8,213. You know what, actually, instead of that, it should probably just be numbers.
Yeah, I mean, what would even that be? How many decimal points is that over? Is it in the billions?
12 billion, 115 million, 762,348.
They could just be listing numbers,
Yeah, I think
though.
it's numbers.
1 2 9 1 5 7 6 2 3 4 8.
5.
Wait, that's
oh, no,
Lila.
Never mind, Lila.
5 8 3 2 0 9 1 9 5 3.
6 8 3 0 2 4 1 9 3.
0, 5, 0, 4, 3. Yeah, I knew it. It's pretty much impossible to understand the language of the sweepers without an interpreter to translate them for you.
Wait, I can promptly translate their speech as long as it is in the form of a language.
What, seriously? You can make sense out of those few sentences and decode a whole language from them?
I'm that capable. It is becoming clear that the night is no longer ours alone.
I know that we have fewer and fewer places to properly dine at with our families.
I hear that the families who dine at the nest of Elcorp are recently having a hard time seeing what it is in front of them because of the mist covering the area. I hear that some families even get lost in the fog and fail to leave.
Why are we not letting Mother know?
If Mother knows, she will wage an all-out war against the Index. We are not certain enough to risk losing our families to battle.
If it is true that the Index truly has betrayed us, and if Mother is too late to realize their treachery, many of our families will starve. They will slowly die out.
Less food means Mother will have difficulty fostering new family members.
We all have our own homes, our own families, and our own children. I am not advocating neglect. I am simply saying that we need to practice caution.
You know that it has only been a week since those despicable filth known as the Carnival raided the dens of our brothers and ate our families. Ew, wait, the Carnival folks, they're the ones with the masks and
Yep.
the fabric, right?
Yeah, they're the weird spider people.
Now, these people, they almost, the sweepers, they almost look like they're robots, but are they have all
It just might
these,
be exosuits.
they have these tubes that are maybe filled with blood? I don't
Yeah, I don't know.
5 days ago, Lior Touloup invaded my younger sibling's den and brutally killed 2 families. So that's one of the wolf folks?
Yep.
3 days ago, a proxy of the Index laid waste on our neighbors. 2 days ago, Puppeteer took my children, and yes, I know that those incidents all happened at night. I know that our presence is not as powerful as before. I know that we have lost our dominance over the nighttime of this nest. Mother should be aware as well. We know that we need more space to use as our den.
Then why?
We will only lose more of our dens if we get involved in bigger conflicts. If we were to engage in a full-fledged battle against the Index, we will have even less time on our hands. We must make it through on our own.
What will we possibly do?
It is the library. We must go to the library. I know that the library has the books of those who worked for the thumb and the index.
Have you received its invitation?
I have. With this, we can confirm if the index truly has turned its back on Mother and our families. Moreover, this will help us relieve the hardships of our families dining at Nest L.
If we are not too late by then, that is.
I understand what you mean, Uncle.
Let us call our neighbors. Let us head to the library together. Let us tell our children to lock the doors and not let strangers in before we leave. Let us, as parents, protect our mother, our neighbors, our family, and our children with our own hands.
Whoa, are we really getting sweepers as guests here? They have the capacity to collectively go somewhere with a clear purpose at a time that isn't night and talk so fluently?
That's funny. I expected them to be a little coarser.
No one's got an interpreter to try and talk to them before. I thought they could only speak in jumbled words back then. But boy, oh boy, look at them using complete sentences. They're so talkative with each other too. That means the interpreter I paid an arm and a leg for was a total scam and a ripoff.
Are the sweepers all composed of family members?
It's probably just a symbolic term. They chose to forge bonds between each other. I doubt they're actually families by blood. It's metaphorical, like the titles most other syndicates use.
Unless it is by blood. I mean, you don't know what, like, the mother could be putting her blood into everyone.
It could. Ugh.
I mean, they're all wearing these giant red canisters. I mean, they look a little bit more transparent than real blood, but I heard they kidnapped children from the outskirts and the back streets.
I don't really suggest looking too deep into the sweepers. They're all over the back streets and the outskirts, and I don't think they have much to do with I don't think they have much to do with the freedom you're looking for anyway.
Dear neighbors, this is the library. This is the place the scum of the back streets have been rattling on about.
We did not expect to come to the library ourselves.
Greetings, dear guests.
Greetings. Are you our family?
There's no way I am. Now is there?
However, you speak in the language of our family.
We can speak with other members of our family. I try to talk to the guests on their level these days, as you can see. I am impressed. This is surprising. Behold, neighbors, the library is not like any other place.
I know. This is the first time we are having real conversation with someone who is not our family.
Family, 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 family. Could you stop with that horrid rubbish?
Oof.
Is it because Angela doesn't like her own?
Yeah, she doesn't like family. She doesn't really like a whole lot of personal bonds because, I mean, her personal bonds forced her into a million years of torment.
Mm-hmm.
Family is important. It is not horrid.
We apologize. We are simply here to take the books we desire. And in regards to the mist covering this nest, do you know anything about it? You'll find out when you read the books. No?
That is true. All we want is to acquire the books that we want to find. We will be satisfied.
Fine. May you find your book in this place.
I do kind of wish with this, oh boy. I do kind of wish with this game you could actually ally with certain forces or groups. Like, it would have almost been kind of interesting if some of them you don't actually
kill. Yeah, because like with Roland, he could have been turned into a book, but instead Angela keeps him around.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a number of other games that I've played where you do have the option of, you know, this person has done heinous things, or this person is actually innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a mixed kind of, oh, well, they actually did do the horrible thing, but it was for their motive was pure or something like that.
Yeah.
And you have to decide for yourself, do you spare them? Do you hand them in?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I got to turn you up.
Yeah, because you're going to have to fix that now.
Yeah, you're better.
So the thing is, with that is, I feel like in these circumstances, there are some characters that really didn't deserve to die.
Yeah.
And there were some characters that definitely did. In the context of they've been killing so many innocent people for their own sadistic pleasure or reasons. Because, for instance, I'm actually...
Oops, that's not it.
Maybe I shouldn't be sympathetic with the sweepers. Like, seeing how the sweepers were getting preyed upon by pretty much every other faction.
Yeah.
And being torn apart and stuff, like that's horrendous, right? But then you realize they might be taking kids off the streets and forcibly adding them to their family. No. That doesn't sound right either. But also the fact that they're speaking in numbers and such, it makes you wonder what the mother is. Also, did we never figure out what happened with Blue, what's his name? And the weird gear lady? Or is that later?
That's one of the other chapters.
Oh, okay. Very well.
Okay.
Because that's the thing. There are so many factions and so many different storylines going on.
Yeah, and we're bouncing around a little bit, which is...
Well, because I suppose what I should say is they're definitely setting up something with the hand, right?
Yeah.
Now, because there's the thumb, the index. Do they just call the middle the middle?
Yeah, I think so.
The ring and do they call the pinky? Or is it just the little finger? And then there are the characters that have the color names.
Yeah.
Now, are they allied with specific fingers or are they free agents?
I think if you're a color, you are a free agent. I think you are just strong enough to qualify as such. And no one can really hold you down.
Right. So I would say that in any other game, you would have probably had 5 different factions, one for each finger, and they would have been fairly distinct. This is really impressive in that they create so many different sub-factions and factions that it's almost hard to keep track of.
Yeah.
Because we kind of have the lycanthropy people. We have the mask wearers with the silk, the carnival.
Yeah.
Was it? We have the sweepers here. We had those other robotic characters. We have several different factions of humans, either people from different offices or the Kurokumo clan.
A second. Retrospect, I'm not actually sure. Whatever.
There were the cannibals.
Yeah,
there's just so many.
Yeah,
There was also wasn't there the music cult?
Yep.
Too,
we'll be fighting them
pianist?
soon enough. I think I might actually lose this one. These guys are rough.
Do they do a lot of bleed?
No. It's just a lot of attacks. We'll see what happens. Okay.
All I'm saying is that it's really fleshed out and awfully ambitious to just have so many.
It's part of the reason why I was like, hey, we need to play this game together. Because it just very much felt like, I don't know, there's nothing quite like it. It would be the easiest way of putting it.
And the interesting thing is, the studio tends to make everything in this one universe, correct?
Yes.
So it just makes me wonder, through however many games they make, will you ever get a truly complete picture of what this world is, or is it always just going to be mind-bogglingly large and complicated?
I think it's always going to be large and complicated. Ow.
Because there are instances when I absolutely love the idea of world building, complicated realms with different societies and cultures and factions and things like that. But there are some where you wonder, are each of them being fleshed out the way they should? And if you have too many, is it better to condense them down into fewer concepts or fewer but then you run the risk of having, what are the cliches? It's like the 5 kingdoms or something.
Yeah.
Usually numbers tend to get boiled down into 3, 5, maybe 7. But when you start to get into over 10 or so, I don't want to say it gets unmanageable, but most people don't do quite that many.
Yeah.
Especially if they're all really, really distinct. You might have different sub-factions within those kingdoms and such, but I mean, I suppose this is all one world, but there are just so many little factions and organizations going on in it. I suppose we have to go read the lore books for these guys.
Yes. Which we can definitely do at some point.
Well, this one intrigues me. The sweepers. I want to know more about them.
Yeah. Well, we will.
If you prevail.
So here's the thing. Even if we technically lose, I'm still gonna get books for every single one of the ones that I've killed. Ish. Okay, I'm getting some of them down.
Yeah. And they were all staggered, weren't they?
Some of them are getting staggered. See, I just got a book of a sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. First 2 combat pages, they use a matchlight. Whenever they use matchlight, an ember, pages with matchlight become stronger based on the amount of ember. Chance to damage the user. Yeah. With that one. Unfortunately, this is very much a, I'm kind of barely staying ahead.
I wonder if the matchlight girl is opposite of the matchstick girl. Have you ever read that book or that short story? It's really sad.
You told me about it. I've never read it, and I don't know if I intend to.
No. I suppose it was made into an animation at one point, and I think I saw that, and it just leaves me crying every single time. But it's about a small girl who's an orphan on the streets, and she's trying to sell matchsticks and such, but it's like the cold of winter, and she starts to light them herself as she's shivering in the cold, and is just, I don't know if she's envisioning the life that she had or the life that she would have wanted to have. And I think it was even supposed to be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And she was like looking in windows and seeing other happy families and stuff. Oh man, I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. And I think people just keep walking by her and stuff, and she ends up lighting her, the last of the matches, and people find her dead in the morning. And it's just, what a absolutely depressing story. But I suppose it's supposed to show just the cruelty and callousness in the world and the innocence of childhood and of people in general who don't deserve to be in that situation. So when I see that,
the matchstick girl,
it's like,
it feels bad.
Well, wasn't the lore behind it also about Christmas too? So is it just this one actually becomes an arsonist and lights fire to everything and everyone as revenge? Is that what this one was?
Maybe.
We should go back and I don't know if there's lore books for the creatures themselves, but I think if it is supposed to be referential to that story, then wow.
I am almost entirely certain it is supposed to be referential to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's got a third.
I mean, many of the creatures are a twisted version of existing creatures in fairy tales, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like a weird combination of our fairy tales and kind of a twist. And they always seem to go for the darkest possible version of the twist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is hard because these guys have the ability to self-revive.
Oh.
Which is really annoying. Makes them hard to kill. Let's see. Oh. Librarians' HP is 20% or lower. Deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage. Ooh. Inflict burn approaching them, then die. Let's hide this for a second. Oh, I can't do that with Piper. I'm just gonna give it to them. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of pulling this off. Hit them. Oh, they're at 6. Okay. Say no to that. Sparkling Spear on that one. Let's see, and they've got plenty. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and beat them to death. All right, there we go. But yeah, that kind of like dark mask looking thing on their character portrait is called persistence. Effectively, whenever they die, they have an 80% chance to revive.
Oh.
It goes down every single time they die, but these suckers are cockroaches.
Hey, there's only 2 left.
Yep. Oh, they have extra die, too. Okay. Let's see. There. Take that one instead. Okay, take them out. Losing a little bit. See if I can kill that guy. Okay. Yeah, I'm slowly taking them out. Like, we didn't actually lose a character here, but we did take a lot of damage in a way that I'm not happy about. Please, yeah, I heard that. I guess we haven't exactly eaten too much today.
I don't know if that was necessarily an I'm hungry wine, or if it was a digesting stuff.
That's fair. Okay, big bonus. Time to just wail on them. How many times can you survive every single person attacking you for every single attack they've got? If he survives this, I'm going to
These are only the low-level
lose my
sleepers.
mind. I know. I'm actually worried about the next fight, but at least we'll have some cards that we can yoink from them.
And they call it the sweeping.
Yeah.
Wait, there's another group?
There's another group.
Now, are they always weak to pierce? Are all of them? Or
Yeah, they're always weak to pierce. The problem is I don't have any groups that are particularly strong in Pierce. I guess these guys actually have a decent amount. The only problem is this character doesn't have anything. The other thing I could do is actually back out and try again. Let's see. Oh, there we are. I guess I can just do that.
Hanafuda.
Yeah, all right.
They're weak against slashing. What did those guys do?
All of them are weak against piercing. They mostly do a mix. A lot of piercing, no slashing. So that's one other thing that I probably should have thought about. Is which of my groups are very resistant to piercing? The group I was just using. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, only just one of them. These ones are good against piercing. I could use this group. They do a lot of slashing damage, though.
Right. So the problem is you have to... They're weak to piercing.
Well, they are, because they don't have anything equipped.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, bonus damage against enemies with bleed. Main thing is extra power for every 5 stacks of bleed on self, which doesn't have. Oh, now what are they using? They're not using the bleed. Is it the slasher? Oh, they're using slasher. Should be fine. All right. You almost no pierce, but maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. Let's find out. I mean, my main goal here is to just...
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just letting you prattle about your decisions.
Yeah.
Because I admit, I'm not overwhelmingly paying attention to skills and abilities.
Yep.
I figured that you're the one at the controls in that regard.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that.
I'm here for the lore.
Let's see. Do ink over.
Yeah, I think the one issue is you're starting to get into fights where there's 5 characters on the opposing team and you haven't reached 5 with your own. You've only ever achieved 4.
Yeah, and I might not succeed at this one. The main goal is to kind of clear the first tiers, see if I can get some useful pages out of them. And if I can, that means that I have an edge for like next episode where I can do some poking and tweaking and figure out like a better build. Oh boy. Really like to gang up, don't they?
Are they all attacking on? Oh.
Who's aiming at them? That one is. Okay. What are they doing? The heal self one. It's not great. Okay, that one's just aiming at them. What are they doing? Healing self again. Oh, can't do cleanup. Let's see, boost / power die by +2. That's only on self. Oh, we could do ink over though. Tempting. Let's just do that. Okay, here we go. Ow. Yeah, we're not doing that bad, actually.
I suppose you'll have to see when you get your monster abilities.
Yeah. Slash die, gain extra power, takes stagger damage when slash attack does not connect. It's still tempting, though. Or glitter. Allure. Probably this one. Who do I put it on? Speed, battle die. Are they exactly the same? Not quite. Deep wound. Flash. Good for that one, seeing as she is in a little bit more danger. Boy, I really focus fired this guy so I could try and kill him, and the answer is it did not succeed as much as I would have liked.
That one guy up on the upper right and then the one on the lower left seem like they've taken some damage, but the fact that they can come back at an 80% chance?
Yeah.
Oof.
80% chance to revive with some HP, halved every time the character revives. Somebody said you can press a button to be able to, swap which one's targeting whom, but I can't figure it out.
Wait, to switch to what your opponents are targeting or what you are?
Which ability is, targeting an opponent? Let's see. Combat start. Slash die for the scene. What's that one? So just do it. Do cleanup there. So the only one is this character. What are they doing? 6 to 9. Ouch. And it seems like it's that one. Let's do a cleanup. Okay, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get. Ouch. Or never mind.
What?
Yeah. These guys have some abilities that I, really want. Which, big plus, we might actually be able to... Well, we'll definitely be able to equip some of their pages after this. Which is good. Okay, one of them is busted. One's aiming where? You're aiming here, ink over. Okay, let me clean him up. Got 4, but I think I'd rather do that. Okay, this looks messy. But maybe not. Focus on cleaning up. And then if I do that one, I can do sharpened blade. Suppose I do clean up with sharpened blade. Nope. We want to do clean up. There we go. Okay. Wow. Alright, that mostly works.
That one's staggered.
Well, it's slightly working out for me, somehow. Revived again. Eh. Okay. On hit, if the die rolled max value, inflicts paralysis. Tempting. We also have a lure. I could do that.
50% chance.
That's a problem. Yeah, let's just go for this one.
Cocoon. That was from the spiders?
Yep. Ouch.
What careless fool stepped on my baby?
Yeah, it's the spider.
The spider queen.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt. Okay, they're doing
Oh,
that.
I see. I'm wondering what that sound's coming from. There's a tiny little, and it's really high pitched, and it only happens in my right ear, and it's only when you're aiming an arrow.
Oh, you're right. Right. I don't know how this is gonna go badly.
Oh.
Worked out, barely. Never mind.
Oh no, deflect, but what?
Okay.
Oh, two of your characters.
Yeah, it's not
are
great for
stuck.
me.
Oh no. So the question is, do you get rid of the guy that has 1 HP or the like 6 HP or what are the numbers I'm seeing from here? They're all so low except they have a chance to come back.
Mm-hmm. And they're both broken. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much about that, unfortunately.
Then you have no healing or anything of that nature?
No.
Is there much for healing in this game?
No. At least not yet. Well. Rip those characters. Yeah, they're super dead. My hope is that I can do enough damage to some of the other ones.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's that.
They come back?
Yeah, it's that revive. Extra bleed. On hit against a staggered enemy. Recover HP. Oh.
All allies recover 2 to 4 HP. Only 2 to 4?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of enough. Okay, perfect.
Well, now
Sort of.
it's tasty, ready for consumption. Come, children.
That's the one insidious thing about spiders. I remember very vividly as a kid, between Charlotte's Web and also watching Beast Wars Transformers with Tarantulas always capturing people on his spider web and interrogating them or, you know, feeding off their energy. The thing that makes spiders more frightening than other creatures is, with other creatures, it's they're trying to chase and bite and claw.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so in a similar vein, snakes are kind of frightening because they do the whole constricting, where they wrap themselves around you and squeeze you to death, and then swallow you whole.
Hmm.
I remember watching the Anaconda.
Oh, I am
movie.
so hosed.
Oh no.
Out of energy, and my one character is stunned.
And I think the thing is, they just revived, which is just more of an RNG thing than anything else.
Yeah.
Because if even 2 of them had gone away over the course of your battle,
Yeah, the
You would have
fact that
had a
none of
better
them have
chance.
died yet is agonizing. And they have so much HP, too.
but what I was going to say about spiders is that what's frightening about them is the entrapment. That they build their webs, that they can paralyze with their venom, and that it's actually their prerogative to keep their meals fresh and alive, even if in a not quite comatose state, but a semi-unconscious or at least immovable state. At which point they just suck them dry of their fluids.
They heal.
Huh?
Every time,
Ah.
yeah, every time they defeat, or anytime anything goes down, they heal.
Whoa, what was wrong with your map? There was like a broken bottle or something.
Yeah, because I think they were defeated.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you can use this group again? Or
Yeah. Yeah, I can go back to previous groups. Because I'd used this floor. The main reason why I didn't want to is because these guys are injured.
Oh. That one's almost near death. Your purple-haired character up top.
Yep. Not great. Okay, it's him. 3 to 8. If I do a cleanup, go for the best. Can I do a second collision? I can't. Of these. Nope. They're about as juicy as they can get. Oh. And that one. Aim on that guy. All right. Yeah, that one character is injured, which is not great for me. Oh, there they go. That heals them and gives them a bunch of emotion coins. Okay. Let's see.
That feat you're losing?
Yeah. I'm giving them a boost. Oh, I should have actually done it on this one. In retrospect. Well, you know what? Whatever.
Music's changed.
Y'all. Okay, this one. Yeah, I think it's emotion level stuff.
I really do like these violins.
Y'all. Okay, there we go. There goes one out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why are they healing so much? When another character dies, oh, it... No?
Wait. Defensive dice power +1. Corpse cleanup. When another character dies, recover 20% max HP at the end of that scene.
Oh, maybe I did kill somebody in that scene. I must have.
Yeah, so what's especially effective about them is if one of their own dies, it heals everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which means I pretty much have to focus all of my cards on that, like all of my abilities on one character. It's 3. Oh, they're beyond boned.
Have you ever contemplated if the significance of colors would change depending on what, say, the color of our blood is?
Yeah, probably.
Like if our blood had been any other color, would it have been the color of aggression, passion, or etc.? Because it's a contextual thing that we...
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just thinking about it because of, well, all the blood being splattered everywhere and the fact that they're wearing these, what I believe are kind of these blood canisters on their back. Just the whole combination of red and black. How, almost definitively, at least in our culture, it's, that's the color scheme of villainy and evil. And you go, well, yes, because black of night, darkness. People are fearful of the dark. It's also kind of cool and intimidating. It's a neutral, monotone color.
I'm just gonna get out of this. This is a waste of time. I'm not killing a single one. They both have 2 dice. They have infinite energy.
There's always one more of them, and they can come back.
Yeah, they have so much HP.
And the ones that don't come back heal everyone else.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get out of this one. We got at least a couple of their pages, which is enough.
Can see what their pages are.
Yeah.
I just feel bad that you have to back out of this one again. Another one.
But we got pages is the main thing.
Because I don't know if you've succeeded at any of the ones we've attempted above.
Very much, I mean, the meme that people have been repeating over and over again, oops, curtain's closed, is that the difficulty curve is vertical. And I do agree with that. But we just got our hands on a couple of really useful things, trash disposal for the family, and the sweeper pages, which give me perks.
And do we get any lore?
Yes, we can go read about them. So specifically, I can gain. Oh, gosh, wait. Wow.
You got the sweeper's page?
Yeah, but their pages is actually, and liquefied flesh is actually quite good. But corpse cleanup, the one that's making them so unbelievably annoying to deal with, is literally only a quarter
of its effectiveness. Yeah, it's 5% rather than 20%.
That's so shitty. It makes sense, but it's so shitty.
Wow.
All dice the user plays lose 2 power for this scene. Let's see. All offensive dice on this page gain on hit recover 2 HP. Rolls a 3. Recycle this die up to 6 times. Oh. That's how they get the multi-hit. But that's a really good healing thing. Paralysis and healing. On use, restore 2 light. On hit, recover 2 HP. Yeah, these guys are rude. Protection. But the main thing is getting access to those is going to be quite helpful. Okay, so we want to do books, urban nightmare, sweepers.
Okay, sweepers page. If the night in the back streets were to be gone, the back streets will fall into even worse chaos than before. In other words, the night in the back streets is the rain that keeps this place in check because the night exists. People here show the least amount of human decency. Here's an example. You come home at the end of a hellish day, dragging your weary body to the sofa. You hope to get a small break lying on the couch and watching cheap entertainment shows. But guess what happens? Some crazy jerk upstairs turns up their speakerphone's volume to the max and makes obnoxious noises that makes your ceiling shake. Too bad.
Give me a second.
There goes your peaceful respite. You can't stand the noise that's getting in your head, so you decide to ask your neighbor to please be considerate and lower the volume. Man, this speaks to me. All the times we've ever had to encounter this in the past. You want to talk this over without a fight. So you battle the furious urge a million times before you go upstairs. But then our unfriendly neighbor gives you a baffling reply when you confront them. I need some free time for myself too. I have gripes with my neighbors that I just live with, so you should do the same. Why make a huge fuss out of the noise when it isn't even that loud, blah blah. Talking out of their ass. What can you do though? Barely keeping your boiling anger inside, you go back down to your house, covering your ears with a pillow and yell curse words as you try to sleep. Even if you told your landlord about it, they'd shrug it off at the complaint and smile like a saint, so there's no use in speaking up about it. That's when the night of the back streets comes into play. First off, you block the entrance to that... I don't know if there's a shorter way to say this. I could say the word.
You might as well just say shithead.
Yeah, I know, but you know how you can say a-hole?
Yeah.
There's no way to say that.
You could call him a doo-doo head.
A doo-doo. Doo-doo head. Okay, house before they can return. Anything works. You could weld the door, use wooden planks, padlock the door, or whatever. Ensure that they can't enter their own house by any means, and go back to your home. Sometime later, they'll come back to find the door to their house has been sealed shut. They'll struggle with the door before giving up, and they'll make a serious face as though they're trying to think of who could have done this ridiculous prank to them. Once they realize that it couldn't possibly have been anyone else's doing but your own, it'll be too late, because you'll be behind them. What? Bashing their head in with a brick or some heavy... Wait, so... What they're saying is that the sweepers and everyone else are just fueled with rage because everyone else is indecent and inconsiderate? Yeah, killing them would be obviously break the rules, so you drag them to your house and enjoy a quiet rest. When the clock hits 3 a.m., you drag them outside and throw them in the middle of a relatively large street. Wait, So they're not even being considered a human anymore, if you're referring to the neighbor as it.
Yep.
You return to your home before it's too late and watch the scene from the window. The time is 3:13 a.m. Sweepers crawl out of the dark and sweep the streets clean, collecting all the trash, including that noise pollutant.
Dark.
Wait a minute. So the sweepers clean up the messes that, like, essentially just the aftermath of murders?
Yep. I don't know. I guess they're kind of weird scavengers that, yeah, will just take people too. Anyway, let's see what happens with the musicians of Bremen.
Oh, them? We're doing
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Valentine.
Director, how could this even be considered tolerable? Suppress your feelings and remind yourself money, fame, and power rule over this world. He may be a color, but that doesn't excuse the severity of a fixer who doesn't even belong to our association. Who doesn't even belong to our association, setting us all up. He's doing it so blatantly, too.
So what? Are you gonna betray the association? Kill branch manager Thelma, and then kill the blue reverberation before our freedom? I don't see a way out of this. I heard even the smiling faces are involved.
This is rotten to the core. Director, what's become of the core values of the Shei, the very identity of our association? If you want to overthrow the system, have patience and sharpen your strength. There's nothing we can do in our current state.
The director is right. We can't do anything about it now.
Damn it, he's leaving us with all these dangerous requests, knowing that we're fatigued.
Director Eugene will rise to become the president of Shei one day. He'll be able to shake up this corrupted system once the time comes.
We are Section 2. Our role is to simply take care of the tasks given to us. Oh, skipped one. Oh no, I didn't.
Director, we've been dealing with urban nightmare class cases for 10 consecutive days. Taking out the patriarch of the Naraku clan, the retrieval of Oblivion ingots, and the destruction of the fragment from beyond, demolishing the thin beef skirt factory.
Wait, the thin beef skirt factory?
I don't know.
Unless they specialize in skirt steaks, I don't know why they'd be called the thin beef skirt factory. Or if
I mean, there could
meats
be a
that have turned into
cannibal
skirts.
thing, or who knows. Or it could be that.
Ugh. And eliminating the captain of the Steel Comrades just yesterday.
We had to resolve all these requests in the last 10 days
Without even a break.
We normally shouldn't be handling more than one such case per week.
Most fixers of the southern branch's Section 2 already died. None of those who survived are in a good enough condition to proceed with another request, including us. We're on the brink of a breakdown, both physically and mentally. You've seen how Section 3 and its associate offices got wiped out in a wave of unreasonable requests. The same's happening to us now.
And most of all, your condition is looking worse than any of us, Director Eugene. You stood at the front door and fought vehemently.
Oh wait, you saw at the front? Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
You stood at the front and fought more vehemently than anyone to keep others from getting hurt.
Broken parts can be mended, wounds can be sewed up. Your injuries are simply too severe to be healed up in a day or two, Director. Everyone in Section 2 suffered damage that would take much longer than a few days to recover. In fact, Unless we had K-Corp Singularity or something. You worry too much. We'll handle the library request just like any other request we've done so far. Director Eugene, even if we were to handle this job successfully, they'll still hand us even more absurd cases.
Valentine has a point. We might have to receive endless requests until Section 2 is annihilated, and you are killed, Director.
I do have plans. In the end, the root of this matter lies with the blue reverberation. We aren't heading to the library simply to obey our superior's orders. Our objective is to retrieve the books of the musicians of Bremen. They're what we need to uncover the blue reverberation's plots.
What do you mean?
I received a tip-off that the person who appeared to be the leader of a syndicate named the Musicians of Bremen spoke with the Blue Reverberation some time ago. So that's Blue Reverberation. There's the rooster.
Yeah. A couple of the animal mask wearing.
Oh, yeah, hee-haw. And that's the dog lady, probably. And
no, the wolf was actually a wolf.
Well, oh, you're right.
That's someone else. They don't have ears.
You're right. Are you suggesting that the books of the musicians could contain information about the Blue Reverberation? We will at least be able to find out what he's conspiring.
Then, the reason you sent Full Stop Office to assassinate the Church of Gears was also...
I understand your intention, but acquiring that information isn't going to be the end of it. What exactly are you planning to do? I will take my own measures once this request is done.
Can we actually trust this director? Can you promise us that you aren't going to harm yourself for the sake of Section 2?
You've always been so self-sacrificing, Director. You can count on me. I know my own life matters. We can't turn the tide if we're dead. Gather up the ones who can still move and fight. We don't want to bring anyone who will only prove to be a burden there. Understood. She's still honest to a fault. Oh,
Eugene, you know...
Here's a lady.
I was looking at their hips to shoulder ratio, and I was going, they're probably a lady, but there's so many effeminate guys in this game too.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those.
Are you really sure you're just a small no-name fixer? Right, Angela.
Yep.
What we've been suspecting
I'm
this whole
pretty sure
time.
he's the Black Silence.
Mm-hmm. Even I can tell that your connections are simply too broad and deep for a mediocre fixer at this point.
To answer your question, yes, I'm only a grade 9 fixer. That's after I fell to rock bottom in a turn of events, though. I used to be a common fixer, really.
Is that so? What grade were you at before, then?
Would you believe me if I said I was a kick-ass grade 1 fixer?
It's honestly hard to believe, but if you say so.
Wow, that was a lot less distrust than I expected. Anyway, I was just an ordinary fixer who mostly collected intel. That's why I got so many connections. Can only put up a decent fight now thanks to the new body you gave me and the library's powers.
You said trust is important in this business, right? Is it okay to see an acquaintance of yours die like that?
It's unfortunate to see him struggle, yeah. Here's the thing though, we only saw things from their perspective. You think they're free from the blame of killing some other people who struggled for life and fought for change?
I suppose not.
That's how it is. Someone they killed must have been in circumstances as unfortunate as theirs. Well, unless they weren't. Point is, there's no way for everyone to be equally happy. It's a matter of perspective.
So they opt to simply do their work without ever trying to get to know each other.
Everyone has their own stories. But we can't give up ours for the sake of someone else's. Like what we're doing. That's that, and this is this. We've done all the first aid we could give.
Director.
I'll let you take
Okay, I'll
Eugene.
take over?
Yeah.
Focus on the work for now. We'll take care of what we can do first. Or what we can first.
I do kind of wish Roland would actually meet some of these people and talk to them. It's kind of weird that he doesn't.
Greetings, dear guests. Greetings. I'm Eugene, Director of Shei's Section 2. Introduce yourselves, everyone. Huh? But... When someone greets us, it's only polite for us to greet them back, isn't it? Yes, sir. I'm Tedma, Associate Fixer in Section 2 of the Shei.
Valentine, Associate Fixer in Section 2 of the Shei.
I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. I came here through the invitation to acquire the books that are said to be here. Then may you find your books in this place, dear guests. So
Okay.
Angela appreciates that they have manners, but still so unfortunate that you're just gonna kill
Yep.
them. First, they're underlings, though.
Yeah, so after an ally dies, gain a strength and endurance for each scene for the rest of the act. Ouch. Stacks up to 2 times, starts battle with less HP. So extreme fatigue. They are weak to blunt, strong against slashing. Well, I guess it's Punch Man time. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get as many useful things out of these guys.
Ah, my favorite song.
Yep. Oh God. Okay.
What I like about it is, this is very similar to most synth or vaporwave music, but it has, I call it driving.
Yeah.
It's a driving
Oh, it
beat.
very much is.
I don't necessarily mean driving a vehicle, but,
No,
well, actually, isn't there a specific genre called something chase?
Outrun.
Outrun. Okay. Yeah, it's very specific to kind of synthwave music with Outrun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the kind of music where you can just imagine flying forward, and it's elevating. It doesn't drag you down.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And it's great music to do work with.
Yep. 2. So if I do observe on that one, and then I do loosen up on that one, and then a brawl on that one. Take the cake. All right, punching time. That was not great punching. Ow. There's the punch. Okay. Not the greatest
Oh
start.
no, the music's changed.
Yeah, and then it goes back to kind of generic. Oh. That's not what I like to see. Let's see. What are they all beating on this guy? All there. That one. All there. Really? Shoot.
You seem to be faring a little bit better, right?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not perfect.
And at some point you're going to integrate those super cards into your builds, right?
Yeah, just not this group.
Nah.
There we go. I'm just doing a ton of damage to them, which is super nice. Okay, rhythm. I guess metallic ringing or violence. Do violence. Who's our violent man? Yasad. Unfortunately, this group doesn't. This build doesn't do a whole lot of stun. But they do a lot of damage. Okay. I think I can do a brawl. And then just loosen up. Doesn't steal the thunder. Okay. The only immediate problem is these guys are going to run out of cards soon, and that could actually be problematic for me.
What happens when they run out of cards?
Then I just have to pick whatever I draw, which gets a little risky. There's one. Okay. Duration of the battle. One rhythm when at the start of every scene. Character with rhythm makes a successful attack. Random character gains rhythm at a 25% chance next scene. Rhythm gains strength. Gain additional stagger damage from hits last a scene. Or, let's go with that one. Give it to him. Okay, so here's kind of the problem. If you notice, he only has 2 light left and like 3 cards, which is a little dicey. Dicey.
I wonder how that term came to be. To be in a dicey situation, is it just that things can go unfavorably for you?
Yeah. Let's see. That one?
Unless
Okay.
it's dicey, as in being diced. Or dicing.
Okay, they don't have bonus cards. They don't have bonus cards.
What do you think the proper etymology is for that? Do you think it's about being diced or dicing, where it's cutting? Or is it that it really is improbable?
You know, honestly, I'm assuming dicey is actually due to, like, dice. Physical dice. As in gambling.
Mm-hmm. So it is about dice.
Yeah.
That leads you to believe that dice are more unfair than other. I don't know. I mean, I suppose we have terminology like, oh, it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Or it's a coin flip.
Yeah, so I'm
But
assuming...
a coin flip tends to imply that it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume dicey is probably purely in reference to, like, gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, boy. Cripes. Okay.
Well, it's the 3 of them and then a random 4th
Yeah.
fixer.
Weak to punch. What are they? Okay, so they endure pierce. So the bat against slash. Bat against slash. Strong against slash.
Is it slash or blunt?
Okay. So they endure blunt, stagger resistance, and pierce damage.
Yeah, but look at Valentine and Tenma.
Valentine is weak to blunt, and only for stagger. They're weak to slash, but only for stagger. And then they're weak to blunt for damage. So I think I'm actually going to take the exact same crew in, and just try and take out these 2.
Can take the exact same group in?
Yeah. The only risk is they're preemptively hurt, but so are they.
How?
Because they've been fighting all this time. They're weakened.
Wait, they were in the previous fight?
No. The lore is that they've been fighting this whole time.
Oh, they were saying that they were wounded, yes.
Yeah.
Eugene especially. Yeah.
Okay, so it was her. No, slash their blunt. Okay, how are we doing this? Oh, well, this sucks.
So by gathering all of their books, we're trying to make the one book, but it's supposed to be the thing that will make Angela human or to gain a complete understanding of the city or the world.
Yeah.
It's weird because I would think that spying on them and seeing their stories, that's not sufficient. You have to kill them for pages. I suppose the whole turning people into books requires that, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Onwards.
I suppose if it wasn't so grim and dystopic and such, in an alternate world, you would have a situation where you're a, goody two-shoes individual who is helping everyone with their issues, and it manifests itself into pages that you add to your book.
Yeah.
As opposed to killing people for their pages.
Yeah. I do wonder if there's going to be kind of like a true ending where we start freeing some of these people. Okay. That's bad.
That's interesting. Carl?
What?
Or Wander.
Yeah?
Thinking about how there are some people that only exist in books. I mean, I suppose we have the internet now too. But that recorded history for the longest time, they were in books and magazines and such. And then, of course, people have, oratory storytelling and whatnot. Oral histories, as they would be referred to as. But that so much knowledge and so many accounts of people and things, all that's left of them are words in books. And depending on who the writer is the information there even accurate? Even if the words come from the person themselves, are they even accurate, or are they embellished or exaggerated? And if it's the only truth anyone ever knows, then what is the truth? And just how many stories, how many people's lives have been lost to time because they were not recorded in a book in some way. Sorry I'm getting all philosophical here, but it is late, and that is often when I begin to ponder these things.
This one? Okay, there
If
we
you
go.
can't tell, books are very important to me. I love books.
Oh, good.
Have you ever thought about what would be written about you?
Me?
Or anyone, really, just any person alive now, what will be written of them in their lives or after?
Yeah. He's going.
Whoa, what? Boundary of death. What?
Yeah, that's a mean card.
Whoa. You just lost.
2 characters.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's a natural roll of 4. Oh, well. Screw me. It's okay. I wasn't really...
You just rolled a bunch of ones?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah, I boosted their power, but it slows them down. I wasn't really expecting to win this one. This was very much a, attrition.
Yeah, I think I think we've reached that barrier that you're referring to.
Oh yeah, but we have some options here. So they are, don't hit them with blunt, not as much piercing.
Oh, you're able to
Weak
have
to
another
slash.
go at them, but without
Yeah.
Valentine?
Yeah. So I think we want to go in with this group. What kind of damage do they do? Endure, pierce. A lot of slash. But this group. Endure, pierce, weak to blunt. I don't think they do blunt.
Question.
Yes.
Would you lose the game if any one of these crews just went through every single part of your
They
library?
can't. Notice how it says floors available too?
Mm-hmm.
That means I can only field 2 groups against them. Let's see. So, do we want the bleed group? Weak to blunt, but I don't think these guys really do much for blunt. I don't have anybody that's like really resisting of slash is my one issue. There's Boundary of Death, which is rough. Oh, natural rolls maxed and 4 or higher. So I could potentially nerf that down with the right build. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's see. Maybe it's reduce. Okay. On clash win. So it'd actually be this group then. Because they have the reduce. Reduce. So we want another eject. Over a collision. Let's see. Go to high-speed stabbing. It's not that good. So if we're lucky, this one will be able to nerf that ability so she can't hit me with it. We'll have to see how it goes. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, endure
How long have we
slash.
been going for?
Um,
Well, you did have to cycle.
yeah. This is going to be the end one way or another. It is pretty late.
One more attempt.
Well, I just want to see how much damage I can do. She's weak to slash, which is good. She's doing not actually that strong of an attack.
Well, if you defeat this group, would that be it?
For now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is that? Oh, that is that. None of that, you. Draw a page, draw a page. I think this one.
They only have 18 health.
Yeah, the only problem is they resist. They resist slashing damage, so I'm better off aiming at a different character. I guess I could just do that. Okay. Have 2. So she's doing kind of a multi-hit. And they're weak. Start of clash, 5 damage to self, all die on the power, gain extra damage. Otherwise I could just do that for big damage, but we'd take a hit. Make her burn? We just do a cleanup. Yeah, I think that's the trick. Okay, loosen up. Nope. Gotta make sure it's eject. And okay, I think we're good. Ow.
Endless battle.
Did not work. Yes! I nerfed her Boundary of Death.
Wait, she has 81 health?
Yeah, she's very strong normally. Luckily, we're fighting her at a severely weakened state.
Mm-hmm. So it's weird when you see her health bar and you go, oh, she's near death. But no, it's that little sliver of health is actually as much as a normal character's.
Yep. Okay. They were very much aim. Oh. Health is lower, restore light. Unused. So I'll just do that. Punch them. Let's see, we've got a 6. Can I stop them? Yes. Crack of dawn. I'm not doing anything fancy here. And she's going wicked quick.
Yeah, there's 11s.
Yeah, not much I can do about that, unfortunately.
That's far higher than any normal die. Definitely not these die 6s.
Yeah. Let's see. Is everybody currently tapped? She is not. Do we do the flash of sun up? No, save the juice. That's just gonna hurt. Can't do anything about that. But I can do stuff about that. Oof.
Ooh.
Didn't mean to do that. That's okay. Wow. Actually doing some damage to them. Okay, happy memories. Okay, who do we want to use it on? Definitely you. Oh, and they're both broken. Banger. Okay, so if I do this... Okay. So they're both very vulnerable right now. Means I want to wail on them as much as I possibly can. Now we can spread the damage a little bit. She'll go down. And if she doesn't go down, I don't know.
Not close.
Yeah, we got her. Got Book of Eugene.
I'm so close to reaching what I want. Director, you dared her, Director Eugene.
Alright. I can't believe I'm actually winning this. Let's see. Go with them. And it's just the one character. Oh, I took out the weakling. Yes. Okay, this one? This one.
Yep, Venma.
Okay. And now we just beat them up. This is one character. Even if she does succeed, she's on fire and bleeding. Which means every time she attacks, she takes damage too. Beautiful. I can't believe we pulled that off.
Victory.
That's a huge boost for me. Let's see. Book of Tenma, Eugene, Valentine. Okay, good. We got every single book we needed.
That was a memorable guest. She was different in many ways, but still left a similar impression like a fixer I used to know.
You have a fixer you used to know?
No. Have you heard of Kali?
Kali?
She was nicknamed the Red Mist.
Oh, of course I do. She was the most distinct fixer, even among the colors. How do you know her? She used to do all the cool stuff and then suddenly disappeared.
Let's just say that she was a former colleague of mine.
The Red Mist was powerful. Really, that's the only way to put it. Powerful. She only took requests for others, not herself. I thought, man, surely it's true you can do whatever you want when you're that strong. The floor of language, and its librarian is...
Gabura.
Yep. The Red Mist.
Oh! It's Gabura.
Sheesh, this place stinks of cigarette smoke. We got a heavy drinker down below and a heavy smoker up above.
Gotta smoke all I want now that I have a body that never gets sick. You must be Roland, Angela's helping hand.
Yep, you know a lot for someone who just woke up.
Not sure if that really counts as sleep. I was forced to watch everything going on in the library so far in my dream, so I don't feel all that refreshed.
Well, that means you basically know what's up.
You're a fixer, eh?
Uh-huh. Just a grade 9, though.
Don't you pull my leg. What are you here for? Angela may have been naive enough to buy into your lies, but you aren't fooling me.
What are you talking about? Have we met before?
You see, I have some experience as a fixer in my first life. I can get a rough estimate of a fixer just from their looks. And you're definitely more than some clumsy grade 9. Did you make a scene and get demoted or something?
Things happen out there. I'm not lying about being a grade 9 fixer. I swear on my grandmom.
I don't know what you're plotting to pull off, but you'd better stay in line as long as I'm here.
Some big boss you are. I wasn't plotting anything in the first place.
Doesn't hurt to keep an eye on a fixer who made a big enough mess to be demoted to the bottom. Unless you're just a fraud. That's enough talk for now. You get me the books, and I'll figure out the language.
Hey, what makes you think you're so much better than me? What was your grade?
The Red Mist.
The Red Mist? What the hell? I love Gabura.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. So we still have to get more middle floors before Roland's crew actually extends out, which is rough.
You're a pretty tall stack of floors now.
Yeah. You check the map? Oh, no, there's no easy way to do it.
What is... So, Keter is... Is that the one that we started with?
Yeah. Yeah, Ketter's the top, or where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
So we have...
I like how there's different thematic elements to each of them, because you have flames for
fire,
Gabura.
clouds, thorns, books, or city.
I think they're books. And then
Gears.
that's the tech.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, each of
Gears
these have
and-
kind of books. And then this is just actually
Is it
just
like
more
earth
books.
or crystals?
Oh, yeah, it could be that. Well, either way, it is quite late, so we gotta go. But I guess I'm gonna burn the handful of books that we just picked up, at the very least. And we'll see you guys next time. And I will modify my deck, so I might actually have more of a chance at this tier. We're doing better than I expected. The puppets wrecked me the first time, and I was like, yeah, well, we're doomed. But now that we got Eugene's page, that's a really nice, like, kind of intro.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to give me the opportunity to maybe win some of these.
Yeah, you finally
Maybe.
succeeded at one of these levels.
Yeah. And like half of one, which counts in my book. Anyway, with all that said, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.